Has accessed the exclusive CCTV footage of the blast at the Nowgam Police Station. The massive explosion can be seen to have occurred at around 11:20 p.m. last night. The force of the blast causes the windows to shake. Listen in. All right, I'm once again joined by my colleague Ashik Mir on the broadcast. Ashik Mir, what more can you tell us about this CCTV footage that can be seen on the screen?
Well, absolutely. These are the residential areas, and it's also a police station which is located and surrounded by the local population. Just we spoke to a local guy who was saying that how the intensity of this blast has occurred, and there were other surrounding houses which have been damaged. Their windows were damaged due to this blast, and also there are some other teams who have rushed to the spot, and the rescue teams are also here, and you can see my VJ can show you in visuals. There are SDRF, NDRF teams who have reached the spot, and also there are the security forces who have been ascertaining the facts of this blast, because this blast took place yesterday evening, late night, when the forensic teams and other officials of J&K police were present, and they were ascertaining this ammonium nitrate which was recovered from Faridabad Dr. Muzaffar's residence, and it's almost believed that it was 360 kilograms of ammonium nitrate which was stored in police station Nowgam, and the forensic teams including J&K police officers were ascertaining this and they were checking this ammonium nitrate and taking samples. But coincidentally, a blast took place when they were on spot, and there are many buildings who have been completely damaged, including a police station, and there are also reports that all those detained people, including some doctors, they were also in that police station, and but the reports are suggesting that many policemen have lost their lives, and also there are some officials who are still missing. But right now there are sanitation work, and the rescue operation is still underway. My VJ can show you in visual. Look, this is the area, this is the actual spot where it happens. It's surrounded by the local population. There are many houses which are surrounded, and the locals believe that it was a massive sound, and we were sit outside, and when this explosion took place, we came out and we saw people were feared, and there were dead bodies lying on the roads. This kind of a blast has taken place in Srinagar's Nowgam Police Station. Over to you, Medha.
All right, please do stay on with me, Ashik. Now, I'm also being joined by Major General A.K. Sivach, who is a defense expert on this broadcast. Gentlemen, my first question to you is, now this blast was accidental, but imagine if there was also, we're seeing cross-border links as well. This was a Jaish-e-Mohammed module that was busted by the police station. Now, if I veer off the topic a little, what would, in your opinion, would you say is the current threat level that India faces from cross-border terrorism, and as well as, domestic terror groups that are there in India?
No, deny the fact this explosion is basically due to mishandling. When they have brought the 360 kg of ammonium nitrate, which they have seized from Faridabad, now this becomes very sensitive when you keep on handling and rehandling it. And this is the time when in Nowgam Police Station, when they were examining it again in front of the magistrate, it blew off. So it means it was already an IED. There was a detonator which was fixed on that, and it became very sensitive, and then once it was again mishandled, it blasted. Having said that, as far as today terrorist activities are concerned, what has happened in front of the Red Fort has now made the complete ecosystem of the complete country in a very different manner. Remember that there have been no blasts which have taken place in last 15 years other than Jammu and Kashmir. Now what the moment this blast has taken place in front of Red Fort gives now that white collar terror module have now started working. Otherwise, we always thought that as far as terror is concerned, is connected with those people who are illiterate, uneducated. They are not that privileged. They from a poor background. But after this incident, one has realized it that it is not only the poor people, even the doctors who are well read, well paid, they can also get involved into terrorism. And now, how this radicalization has taken place over a period of time, that is a cause of concern. And now, these modules which has been caught or exposed is a tip in the iceberg. You will find it a larger picture. What is happening is that they will be with this you will able to catch possibly that more modules. So overground worker and sleeper cell is becoming a cause of concern for the nation. It is not only in J&K, it is spread out throughout the country. Now remember that it is not only that Jaish Mohammed and Lashkar-e-Toba has a module. ISIS, the Islamic State, also got module in the southern part of the country, and the radicalization of those modules is basically through the social media. So this has opened a new Pandora box in the sense we have now realized that the terrorism has taken a different shape. This white collar terrorism ecosystem is a cause of a big concern in time to come, and we have to also change our strategy and tactics to nab it before it can take a shape. Now, two things stand out very clearly. Now, in last about 10 to 12 years, why no terror activities was successful in the country other than J&K? Because your intelligence agencies were working in hand in glove. The NIA was very, very, you can say, robust and successful. They were also linking and coordinating with the state intelligence agencies, and there was a real-time intelligence passed at horizontal and vertical level. Therefore, before any terrorist activity or terrorist action can take place, they were nabbed before that. But what has happened in Red Fort gives an indication that this white collar terror module or ecosystem is very different, and we have to change our strategy, and we have to now ensure that we able to nab the complete module, and complete ecosystem has to be now cleaned, and you will have to catch on the overground work and sleeper cell. Even in Red Fort, if you see this incident, that they have managed to catch hold of the other doctor, but Dr. This Yunus Nabi Muhammad, who managed to escape, I think that should have alarmed our intelligence agencies and we should have nabbed him. But we failed in that, and then we had this explosion. But all said and done, you will find hard days to come. You will find terrorist activity increase on the line of control. Before the passage closes, Lashkar-e-Toba, Jaish Mohammed terrorists will be pushed toward India. You will find terrorist activity taking place in other part of the countries also. And white collar terror ecosystem is now become a biggest challenge for Indian security forces. Meda.
All right, sir, please do stay on with me.